Hi, I'm John. I made a series breaking down the Warriors roster. We're going to talk about each of these players, their background, how they fit on the team, but also what are their goals individually for this season. So I hope you enjoy. We'll get started off here with the power forwards. Draymond Green, also known as the Dancing Bear. He's 32 years old now, 6'6", 230 pounds. He's a big guy. So last season he only played in 46 games, 53% from the field, 7 assists, 7.3 rebounds. Last season, health was an issue for Draymond again. In the last 4 seasons, he's only averaged 50 games. Now, he was the Defensive Player of the Year in a lot of people's eyes in the games he played. He just simply didn't play enough games. Now, on the bright side, this gave him time to think about his life. What do I want to do? Oh, the new media. I'll start a podcast. So next season is really about health for Draymond. He's getting old now, and if he wants to win Defensive Player of the Year, he probably won't have too many more cracks at it. Now, he's also got to help the newcomers acclimatize to the system. It's a tough place to get started at in Golden State because, they're not really into that ISO ball. You got to know exactly where everyone's going all the time. And he's got to learn again to score more. He's got to make sure he's at least looking at the basket. We all remember back in that play-in series with the Memphis Grizzlies when Draymond could have, saved the Warriors and instead passed the ball to nobody instead of hitting the floater. He is the last option, but he's got to work regardless. Now, he has also been making some noise about getting a max contract. Now, I don't know if it's just part of his new media podcast thing, but I don't see him turning down that player option next year for $27.5 million. But that'll definitely be impacted by whatever happens with Poole and Wiggins contracts coming up this year. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. So backing up Draymond at power forward is going to be JaMychal Green. He's 32 years old now, 6'8", 227 pounds. He spent 11 years in the league, and last year he only averaged 6.4 points on 27% from 3. I'm not sure what exactly was wrong with him, if it was some kind of injury, but it definitely was a rough season in Denver for him. Now, with all that said, he's a great plug-and-play vet. He's got experience, defense, the spot-up 3. It wasn't working for him last season in Denver, but the years before that, he was hovering around a 40% three-pointer. So if anyone's going to find their shot, they're going to do it on the Warriors. So he's a great value for that minimum contract. This season, like I mentioned, the three-pointer, you got to work on that. If you can get that back up close to 40%, you're going to find yourself getting quite a few minutes. Mentor the young guys, provide depth. Like I said before, too, Draymond, he's not had many years where he's super healthy now. So if you need someone to plug the holes in the regular season, JaMychal Green is your guy. So he's just on a 1-year minimum contract with the Warriors, and it's a prove-it deal. He could end up getting paid big time after this, and since he's 32, it might be one of the last big paydays of his career. Our last power forward up here today is Baldwin Jr. He's 19 years old, 6'9", 220 pounds. Last year in college, he hit 27% from 3, 34% from the field, 5.8 rebounds. He didn't shoot it well from college, but it's a small sample size. The form looks okay, and people seem to be convinced that he'll be a good shooter. He's definitely a prospect here at the 28th pick, but I don't see him playing too much. Luckily, the Warriors have him for 4 years, so they can develop him, see what they have with him. And it's good for Patrick as well, because you're in this awesome development program and you're going to get the most out of your game. So all in all, I like what the Warriors did, picking up JaMychal Green for the minimum this offseason. That's really going to plug up that hole there for them when Draymond Green goes down, when James Wiseman gets hurt again. You really need someone to come in there, give them a steady hand, and in the playoffs too. If he's playing in the finals next year, he's not going to be a huge letdown for the team. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video on the power forwards. If you missed the small forwards yesterday, you can find that video here, and I'll see you later. Peace.